Hey, I'm Riley Stearns.
I'm John Evans.
And we're here at Breakdown Academy, and we want to show you a new leg lock that we're calling the rare trap that could potentially break the meta of leg locking. So let's go ahead and get to our saddle position. And kind of like how I've found this submission, my partner freed their knee line, which is a super common thing. And this puts us in bear trap, right? I normally would kind of bail on the position or go for something else, but I thought maybe I could ankle lock. So I got an ankle lock grip. I went to ankle lock my partner, and they tapped. The only difference is that I thought I was ankle locking, and my partner said it felt more like a heel hook. So that's where we started to kind of play around with this position. But in thinking about it, what's happening is that we're trapping their knee with our own leg to the mat, and now we've got control in a way that can actually be used to apply rotational force, and we're creating a heel hook. So it may look different, but this is absolutely a heel hook. The position I'm finding this most from now, this rare trap position, is from 50-50. So my partner and I are in 50-50, and either he frees his knee line again, like this, and opens up space to allow me to come through to our bear trap, rare trap position, or I can use my forearm and do what Sean Roberts does, where we bump open this space, I point my toes, I come through, and I'm straightening, back heeling, and pinching my thighs. I want as much weight in this knee as possible so that I can control his knee. And then I stuff his toes into my ribs, and I get my submission. You're gonna see that my leg is open here, and I could potentially be heel hooked. So the biggest thing that I have to do, for two reasons, one reason I'm straightening and back heeling is to prevent the heel hook. The other reason is to be weighted in the knee. And it kind of gets us both things. So if John digs for my heel, he shouldn't be able to get it, and I'm not even having to submit him until I decide to, right? Yeah. And then there's several grips that we can use in this position, which I really like as well. Let's turn around for the camera. So without being fully in it, I'm either going to tuck his toes towards my hip and under my ribs. I can do the C grip right here, and I control this way. I can scoop. I can also do this grip right here, which is gonna be even worse. It's gonna apply a lot of pressure. But you have the option. So if I'm going for a no-armed break, and I feel like John's toes get a little loose, they kind of come up here, I can always bail on the no-arm version, put it back in, or just keep the grip here and go for my submission, right? And the big thing that John's gonna wanna do is free his knee from the mat. When John does that, we can actually use that as an opportunity to enter into what we're calling backside rare trap. So everything's in place, but I didn't get his knee way down enough, and he goes to roll. When he rolls, I'm gonna end up in this backside rare trap position. Again, I need to be diligent not to let my foot dangle here, or he can heel hook me, right? So as long as I'm active here, straightening and then back heeling, I can still get my break. I can also use any number of those grips that we just looked at. The other thing too that I think is worth noting in this position is that I'm not having to use my upper body and rotate to get the submission itself. So as long as I'm really in position, back heeling towards his thigh is all I need to do to get it. And again, if I hold this grip and I back heel, it just comes on so quick, as John can testify.
Yeah, that's it's like a nightmare of a heel hook. It doesn't quite feel exactly like a heel hook. It feels like worse somehow.
Yeah.
And it's really like, I can tell you're putting it on, even though you're like not being the slowest with it, you're putting it on pretty controlled and gradual. My only worry would be that people would like slam into this and actually really hurt somebody because it feels so strong.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we're kind of messing with it, we want to take that into consideration and make sure we're being safe with our training partners. But we've been training this at Breakdown for quite a bit now, and haven't had any injuries, knock on wood, yep. It's just something that I feel really strongly about. And as with anything, like, it's not going to be the be-all, end-all leg lock. There's other things that we can use, but it's another tool in our toolbox. So as you're kind of going through it, remember, there's always a straight ankle lock there. There's always other things. But the rare trap is real, and I think that people need to respect it and need to know it if they want to have a successful leg lock game going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, it breaks a lot of the rules of the regular like leg lock meta, where if I free the knee, like that doesn't help, right? It looks like I could counter heel hook you, but it felt like it weighed 1,000,000 pounds. I couldn't even dig it, and you could finish at any time while I'm going for it if you're aware of it. And it just like, it feels like I'm threatened in a lot more places where I wouldn't even worry about it normally. So
Yeah.
super cool.
So look forward to sharing more with you guys soon. We're going to definitely do an instructional with more entries, more detailed analysis of kind of like what we're doing. And yeah, again, thank you for watching, and hopefully you find the rare trap as interesting as we do.